Well, we're very excited about the launch of App World. In summary, it's essentially an opportunity for us to connect our extensive developer community with the consumers that purchase applications on BlackBerry. What we've essentially announced is an on-device application distribution mechanism where developers that write and build applications for BlackBerry can now sell those applications directly to consumers. Consumers can discover those applications on their device and actually purchase them and download them over the air. We're working with our partner PayPal, who is the payment distribution payment mechanism within the App World store, and consumers can actually use their PayPal accounts to purchase applications and then actually download them directly to their device. In this first release of the App World, it's all on device, so you'll basically be downloading the applications over the air. It's safe to say that this is the initial rollout of the product, and we're looking to actually add additional feature functionality moving forward. So moving forward, we will be looking at rolling out a desktop experience, but for the first 1.0 rev of the product, it's all on device. So the launch is actually for the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. And we will be rolling out the App World more extensively following those three geographies. There are a number of issues that we need to work out in terms of currency support, taxation liability support, all sorts of various issues associated with the App World. So that's actually what's going to be the next steps for us in terms of defining those different requirements and then rolling out more extensively abroad. Well, actually, the consumer customer group of BlackBerries has grown significantly over the last few years, and it's safe to say that we have a very large general consumer base in addition to our business users. And so the App World catalog is actually very well populated with both business-oriented applications as well as general consumer-oriented applications, including games, social networking applications, things that would be interest to a general user. So we feel pretty excited about the fact that we're able to cater to both audiences, both business users and consumers generally. Well, certainly that's our heritage. The BlackBerry product, the BlackBerry device portfolio continues to be very popular with businesses, primarily because of our platform implementation, because of the way that we handle security, because of the way in which we address some of the key requirements that general enterprises have. So certainly that's a sweet spot for us. But we've also seen extensive growth, as I mentioned earlier, in our consumer base with applications like MySpace and Facebook that speak directly to some of the interesting needs and things that general consumers are looking for on mobile devices today. So I do think it's a differentiator for us, but again, I just want to emphasize that we have very strong breadth and coverage of applications, and we've been overwhelmed by the contributions from the developer community in both areas, the general consumer space as well as the enterprise space. We have very strong relationships with our carrier partners, and they are an absolute key partner for us in terms of distributing our devices, obviously, but we've also worked very closely with them in designing App World. And so, the rollout, as I mentioned, is not just through direct download from the consumer, initiated by the consumer through their device. We're also going to be distributing App World through our carrier partners, and they're very much involved in helping us design not only the user experience, but also giving us feedback in terms of the applications that should be presented. So, we've got a very tight relationship with them. To the first part of your question with respect to applications and software, absolutely. Applications are going to be incredibly critical from the perspective of differentiating various devices, and we're very happy with our position and the fact that for a long time we've been enabling developers with an extensive array of APIs that they can use to deeply integrate their applications into the BlackBerry platform and actually deliver that BlackBerry experience through their own devices, similar to how we roll it out through our core applications. So, certainly we think that's going to be a differentiator. No projections at this point. It's a very fluid sort of thing. We have developers that are continuing to submit applications as we speak, and we're just, really thrilled to be to have this launch here at CTIA, and we're thrilled to, look at the future for App World. Well, I can tell you that our goal all along has to be very transparent with our developers, and as I mentioned, we worked very extensively with our existing developer community as well as new developers to BlackBerry to get their requirements and to try and craft a workflow and craft an approach that was reasonable in terms of allowing them to submit applications. We have publicly posted guidelines that are very clear in terms of what types of applications are appropriate to be presented in the catalog. And we'll just continue to do that. We'll continue to work very closely with the developer community to make sure that we define, make sure that those requirements are very transparent and clear, and that we continue to define new capabilities for the platform that would meet their needs.